What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TB Toycast YouTube channel. As today we are unboxing the Beast Wars Transformers Wolfang. I thought it was Wolfgang. Upon looking at it, I was like, oh, it's Wolfang. He's a Maximal, of course. A little bit different than our typical Transformers. Most of them come in robot form. But, of course, the Beast Wars come in animal form that you then have to transform to their robot counterpart. These got relaunched a couple of years ago, and I remember the Beast Wars being pretty big in the mid-90s, probably 95, 96. It was one of those things, when we talked about it before, when I did the Night Prowler unboxing, which you can check out in the archives, but I remember Transformers being obviously popular in the early 80s, early to mid-80s, I would say. But then, of course, like anything, that popularity starts to dwindle. New kids start getting into stuff. Things like Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and Batman and things of that nature start kind of taking over and becoming the popular stuff, where things like G.I. Joe, He-Man, and Transformers kind of got moved to the side. So what happens? Time for a relaunch. So you come up with Beast Wars, which is kind of a whole new thing, but I liked Beast Wars. I thought they were great. I had a few. I talked about them in the past, but to me, they were fun, but I also get why certain people were like, yeah, these are no good, because that's not what they grew up with, right? It's not the typical. So I do get both sides of it, but I think these are cool, and I was happy to see this relaunch with the Kenner mark on it. Very cool, obviously, from Hasbro, but part of Kenner, and of course you got the whole thing on the back. Maximal, Wolfang, of course, and a lot of his stats. What does it say here? See if I can get it on the shot here. Biogenetic engineering. The Transformers have created a perfect cybernetic fusion between ferocious animals and mechanical technology. The result, heroic Maximals versus evil Predacons. I love it. Old school carding here, which is fun. And, of course, this is a deluxe figure. I missed the cross-sell on the back, or the roster, as I call it typically. I miss that. I've always enjoyed that, and I feel like that's kind of a new thing we're seeing, where a lot of these companies aren't doing that anymore, and I miss that. Wait a minute, I'm unboxing that. I haven't even got to the trading cards yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's right, if you've been following along, I've been unpackaging trading cards. We've had Sabrina the Teenage Witch already. Didn't know they had trading cards. Well, they do. We had Guinness Book of Records. Had no idea they had trading cards. And then also Universal Monsters. Didn't know they had trading cards, so no one knows what's coming up next except me. But I think we're going to do these, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun, because everyone was talking about Spawn back in the 90s. The Spawn movie, of course. I believe this movie was released in 1997, so I imagine these trading cards are probably in that same timeline. Let's see if it's copywritten. I don't see it anywhere. You're probably seeing it ahead of me and yelling at your screen. Well, you know what? That's okay. Let's see. All rights reserved, 1997. Nailed it! Got it. All right, we're going to open these up. Take a look at the trading cards. Of course, these were sent over by Steve Hoker. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you want to send me some packaged trading cards, hit me up in the comments, or check out my goodness, I'm brain farting. My social media at TB Toycast, and we'll make it happen. So we got here kind of Al Simmons in his Spawn gear. Spawn has met his match. Very cool. The bad guy, which was played by Martin Sheen. Kind of a cool bad guy. Wins Evil Sheen. We got kind of like early Spawn. He almost looks like that Mythic Legion's Frankenstein a little bit. Interesting. I'm going to put a picture of it side by side, because that looks almost exactly like that figure. This was, I mean, for 1997, this was ahead of its time. Hell Soldier. A little creepy. The fact that this is John Leguizamo is mind-blowing to me. Super creepy. Super, super creepy. Wanda Blake, of course, the wife of Al Simmons. Agent Priest, I don't remember. Oh, she was with Martin Sheen. Coglistro, I think that was the guy that was helping Spawn, maybe? I don't know, is that right? And then Spawn. Merchandise. Todd McFarlane, McFarlane Toys, blah, 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 blah. There was a PlayStation game? I had no idea. Makes sense that there would be, but I remember the Super Nintendo game. Don't remember the PlayStation game. I remember the HBO cartoon. I remember that was kind of ahead of its time too. A lot of people thought that was a pretty dark cartoon. I remember seeing like bits and pieces of it. It felt like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this, but yeah, very cool stuff. Some cool Spawn stuff. I would love to see a new Spawn movie. I think when it came out in 1997, it was so far ahead of its time. I don't think the world was ready yet. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But we've unboxed quite a bit of cards here. Look at all those. A lot of cards. Kind of got them all mixed up, but that's all right. And we got some more to unbox. So, again, you want to send me some cards? We'll make it happen. Let's open up Wolfang here. Classic old school packaging, which I am a big fan of. Look at that big eyeball. My gosh, it's creepy. Creepy. Okay. Got a little bit of something here. I don't think it's going to be instructions because I think those are going to be on the back of the card. So luckily I didn't throw that over to the side. Yes, I did actually, but I was able to grab it. So disaster averted. So that's there. Nothing too fancy happening there. Got a couple of weapons. Looks like a couple of missile launchers coming out. I think if you guys remember the last... Oh my gosh, look at all those freaking zip tie, or whatever they're called. Not zip ties. Twist ties, whatever. Oh my gosh. Cut. So many. Too many. I hate it. Now it leaves all this trash I gotta clean up. But the last Transformers I unboxed, Black Arachnia, actually broke on me. I don't think it broke when I was filming, but I couldn't get it to transform, or I wasn't like seeing it. So I went to go watch a video to like, what am I missing type of thing. You know, like, it's not going like I'm expecting it to go. You gotta be kidding. There's another one. Good Lord. I hate these. I hate them. The bane of my existence. Alright, get that out of the way. But I went to watch a video to see what I was missing, and I'm like, this is supposed to go down. This is supposed to go down, and I felt it. I felt the plastic break, and I was like, no. It happened. But there he is. There's old Wolfang. Cool figure. We're going to, of course, transform him and see what he looks like. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. One more time.
Well, it's safe to say that one went better than the last one. My goodness. So Wolfang, actually pretty cool looking here. As you can see, the top of his back became like a shield, and his tail became like this missile launching weapon. I think that's pretty cool. I think the figure looks good. Am I going to try to transform this back? Absolutely not, because that is becoming the bane of my existence. Hopefully, as time goes on, I do get a little bit better at these. I will admit, I did watch a YouTube tutorial on this figure, which is ironic considering this is also kind of a YouTube tutorial, but not a very good one, I guess, before I tried to transform it, because I do not want another one to break, because even though I got this at Ollie's for a pretty decent price, I think I got it for like $9.99, my God, I don't want to go through that again, but it's a cool figure, and it's a cool addition to the collection. Obviously, my third Transformer. I actually bought all three of these and one other on the same day. I got pretty good deals on them, so I was very happy about that. And I'm digging the Transformers, man. I think, these figures look really, really cool. I love this right here, little mask action. So, really, really cool. Of course, these, like the head pieces kind of go down as shoulder pads, which is really cool. And the feet kind of come over on the robot feet, which is really, really fun. And honestly, I was a little bit surprised on these because I thought that these would have a hard time standing. And so I thought, man, as someone who displays, and I want to display them as their robot form, not really as like the car or the animal, I thought, man, these may not be for me. But every figure I've had, I may have spoke too soon there, all stands up really well. They're articulated to stand up well. They just got to maneuver it just right, and usually they will stand up. I literally spoke too soon. Did I jinx myself on that one? My gosh. I gotta learn to keep my mouth shut. There we go. Let's bend the knees a little bit, and I think that will make it work perfectly. But definitely a cool figure, and like I said, I hope to get more Transformers for the collection, because I'm really digging these. These are a lot of fun. And something, I'm not super familiar with, or something I know a lot about, but the more I get, the more I will learn, and the better it will all become. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. And hopefully you enjoy the channel, and make sure to subscribe. Tell your friends about it. That's the best way to grow this. I get new subscribers pretty much daily now, and I think it's great. So the more subscribers I get, the better the following will be, etc., etc., and the more figures I can unbox, of course, which is ultimately the goal of this thing. So let people know. Let them know you found it and that you enjoy it, and hopefully they will as well, which is also why it's cool to have a variety on here, which is what I'm trying to do, having a different variety of different stuff to make this a lot more fun. But new YouTube videos come up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're new to the channel, I do appreciate you checking it out. But also check out the TB Toycast podcast, wherever you get your podcast. New episodes every Thursday over there. We have a different main event where we cover a different toy line. And we also talk about things that has us excited, whether it be news or reveals or whatever it might be. So check that out as well. And also check out some of my past unboxing videos. I've got quite a few, including from the Fresh Monkey Fiction Operation Monster Force Count Dracula, which was a really, really fun one. I've already mentioned it, but why not talk about it again? The Black Arachnia unboxing from the Transformers War for Cybertron line. Did not quite go like I was expecting it, but a lot of fun. I've also recently unboxed from the Mattel Retro line Alundra Blaze, the face of the women's division of the new generation. I've also recently unboxed Cobra Eel from G.I. Joe Classified. Need to do some more G.I. Joe figures, but got to find the time to do it. And of course, the Big Rubber guys I've recently done. The American Dream himself, Dusty Rhodes. More Big Rubber guys are going to be coming up very soon on the channel. And more retros will be coming up. Or G.I. Joes, everything like that will be coming up as soon as I can get a place to do it. But it's a lot of fun doing these. I hope you guys enjoy them. And like I mentioned, if there's something you'd like to see, let me know. And if it's something I collect or something I haven't put up, I haven't done any Star Wars unboxings yet. I haven't done... There's something else I haven't done. I was just looking at it the other day. I was like, I have not done any of those. And I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head. But I will get to everything. More Mattel Elites will be coming up. Recently unboxed Erwin R. Scheisser from WWE Legends Greatest Hits. I've done Mankind from the Three Faces of Foley. Easy for me to say. Box set. So more Elites will be coming. I've even thought about doing an Elite Week where I do 3 Elites, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I kind of like the variety, so we'll see what happens. If you'd like to see that, let me know. Maybe that's something I do where I do a week of Retros, a week of Transformers, a week of Ninja Turtles, something like that. I do like the variety, and I think it's kind of cool, probably for you guys to see what's going to be coming up as the days go, like what's going to be Monday's video, what's going to be Wednesday's video, etc., etc. So that's to me the fun part. Maybe some others, maybe people don't care. I don't know. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. And thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That's Wolfang, and we will see you in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shot.